All right. I want to break down this super clean trade that I took off the Bookmap um, level 2 tool that I use. And essentially, going into today for just a little bit of context. So, not today, sorry, but yesterday, right? The context prior to yesterday's trading session was that we had hit we had hit supply. And over the last few sessions, we had actually been putting in a downtrend with lower highs, and it looks to be bearish. But if you zoom out on the higher time frame, we were actually heading towards this 6672 key level of demand that spawned, or that was created all the way from last Friday, right? So on the November the 7th, there were a lot of buyers who bidded the market up at this price level right here. So the idea was that since we were downtrending so much, we're in a bullish market overall. If we found the buyers that bought up the market on November the 7th yesterday, right, through order flow confirmation, then I don't mind playing longs, targeting this now already traded, but this zero print here at the 67.25s that was mentioned by Carmine in the Discord. So essentially, if we go to a 1 minute, at the market open, we sold off right into that level of demand that I was talking about that formed from last Friday, and we bounced from it pretty much immediately. I didn't really get long until here at the 10s because I didn't really see a good entry to get long, right? So as we bounced this level, I did not want to be a first buyer at all either, because you can't ignore the fact that we have been downtrending here for a while and that the selling was pretty aggressive. So as we bounce from this level, which I'm going to show you all in the order flow, there were some cool things that I saw that I thought I would just break down so that I remember it, and just to kind of put an emphasis on what a good continuation rally looks like, right? So I think yesterday my Bookmap was kind of tripping out in the session, but it only goes as far back as to 839, because I had to restart my Bookmap shortly after the market opened, so it's not showing the data that happened in the first 5 minutes, but essentially we had tagged 6672 demand, which is the same level right here, this green line. And the first, you can see here at around 833, we had tagged it and we rallied from it, but I don't have that on my Bookmap because it did not record that data. But we had essentially tagged that already, and now we're trading in this price range here. So I'm looking for an entry here to target my 67.25s price level, which is right here at this white line that I've marked, right? But I see some interesting things on the order flow, right? So I'm looking for an entry here, unable to get an entry, but you can see you kind of just rallied up, and it didn't really offer a good entry spot for me for an optimal risk reward. Let me play that again a little bit here. So I wanted to slow down and take note of something that I saw in real time, which was interesting activity at these 67.10s right here, okay? So we get this rally up, past the 10s, and then we just see this sweep down, very aggressive sweep down. Not yet. rally up here. Then look at this. Bid starts loading right here at these 67.10s. Look where we are. We're at the 14s right now. This is in real-time speed. Look how fast price will sweep and fill this bid right here. This offer fills right here, and then boom, right there. Like, that was in real-time speed. We just absolutely sweeped price all the way down to the 10s. Now, I did not mark this price level in real time, but I'm gonna mark it now, and I'm gonna make it purple, something that really stands out. Okay, so this was for 744 contracts. You can see right there, volume 744. Okay, so I keep this in mind going forward. I'm still not in a trade yet, but I'm observing the price action. That was very interesting right there, right? Continue watching this. And keep in mind, I still am open to playing longs because my target has not hit yet, right? My thesis is that target should trigger this price level right. Price should trigger this price level right here at these 67.25s because it's a overnight zero print. So I'm still open for a pullback entry. I'm gonna fast forward it just a little bit. But on this rally, you'll see another sweep order here. This time it's aggressive buy orders for 547 lots, but the market continues to hold up. That's the key thing, right? The market continues to hold up. And see here, you see how the market is holding at this level and price is being transacted here. That's a very good sign for bulls. And then what I notice here, right, there is another, or no, I'm sorry, not yet. This gets filled. There's a bid that gets filled there, but that's not the key level that I traded off of, right? That is very interesting, right? We get this sweep down, 188 contract. Not bad. That's pretty heavy volume there that traded into this 15, 16 level that got filled, right? You can see right there, filled. But what I was more interested in was this bid that was loading right here, right? So we're getting a pullback now all the way from the 21s down back at the same level where we had that purple line drawn where the sweep occurred. And I'm gonna put it in real time speed now. What was going on in my head now was if this bid fills, and I'll take away the line now, the purple line now, but right here at this 67.10 level, the thesis that I was going with was if it fills, then I can safely assume that this might be a potential buyer in the market lifting the offer. And so if it fills and it holds that level, then I would look to enter long, targeting this 67.25 overnight zero print, which has yet to be filled yet, right? So I'm gonna play it. This is in real-time speed now. The bid is still here, and there's a white tick mark here, which means that this is one player, right? It's not a conglomerate of traders here. It's just one institution, one trader. which means that they're trading with heavy size, right? So I'm watching this now, looking at all this selling, kind of holding. This bid is getting a little thicker here, right? You'll see it appears as if he's pulled here, but you actually get this pretty heavy volume right there, but it did not fill yet. As of yet, the bid is still there for 112 contracts. Or maybe he did fill. Yeah, he filled a little bit. 108 contracts right there. So we rally a little bit from it. Now he's rebidding, right? It's turning a little bit more orange, turning a little bit more yellow. We're kind of moving away from it. I'm thinking, shoot, I missed my entry. But then we get this pullback again. And boom, right there. Look at that. A little bit more. That's a fill right there. 434 lots filled at 67.10, right? 67.10 and 20 cents, give or take, doesn't matter. But what's important here is it filled here, but more importantly, if you remember, it filled on this sweep here for like 600 contracts, okay? At the same 67.10's price level. So as soon as I saw that, we started to hold this level, and I took my entry in about 2 seconds here. When I saw the price rally from here, right there, I'm in long. So I'm in long at the 67.11 3/4, and I put my stop loss right here at the 09s. Okay, so right under this bid is where I'd be invalid. And so right at the 67.09 is where I put my stop loss, right? We see this strong rally from demand, right? We get this pullback here once for 600 lots at 67.10. We go rally, come back, load even more contracts here for another 500 contracts, 600 contracts again, and we're holding it. And the target still hasn't hit yet, so this is a valid trade. And so I'm going to increase the speed now, and we'll just see what happens. I'm in long, right? I'm in long at the 11s, and immediately buyers step in, and I'm in profit pretty quickly on this trade. And look at this. The same bidder rebids once again here, which I love to see on a pullback, right? Just showing that these buyers are not backing down here at the 10s, and we get a solid rally from this. I'm going to speed it up more, and remember, this white line is my target, and kind of get a brief pullback there. Still in this trade, I did not sell early yet. My target was 67.25, and I intended to hold until price transacted at that area. And you can see there, transacted right there, and I was out of this trade right here at the 25s. So great trade. It was a 13-point winner, 4R trade, so almost a 5R, but those were the executions. And of course, the main confirmation was these rebids filling, but also the prior one, it should not be forgotten right here, was a key piece of context, right? We also had bounced from the demand earlier at the 66.72s, right? That was a key piece of context as well. And then, of course, the target being a zero print was another good piece of context to put on this trade. So, yeah,